So today I'm doing a review of decorating cake tools. This is the set that I received. Didn't come with a bag, but I happen to have some of my own that I purchased at Walmart. So just make sure if you purchase the Granny Bakes Cake Decorating Tools Professional Piping Tip Set that you remember that you do need to pick up some bags, because there's not any bags with it, okay? There are all these different tips and the rose nail, and it came with one coupling to go in the bag. I didn't cut the bag already because I was just going to see if you knew. If you've never done it before, then you have no clue what you're doing. However, I have done it before. You just clip off the tip of the bag and you take the large piece of the coupling and you put it inside the bag. I always like to fold my bag down so that when I'm putting my icing in, it doesn't make a big mess all over the outside of it. But you just slide this down in there and you can look and see how much space you have left. So you know, okay, I can take off a little bit more and then slide that down in there and then pick the tip that you want to use. I'm just going to ice some simple cupcakes so that I can show you what it does. So I'm just going to use a star tip. And you just put that tip on the coupling like that, and then you take the other piece and you just screw it on, and then it stays so that you can put your icing in the bag and then use the tip to ice. So I've already made some frosting. It's just a simple buttercream recipe that I use. I'm gonna put some in the bag so that I can ice a couple cupcakes to try out my new baking set. So it's my little bit of icing in my bag, and then you want to try to push all the air out of it if you can. You want to make sure that it's not going to have a big poof right in the middle while you're trying to decorate your cake or your cupcake. And then, so I have all this, and then I push a little bit out, as you can see it coming out of the tip, so that I can make sure that I don't have any air in it. And then you just find what you want to ice. So I've made cupcakes just so that I could ice them for this demonstration. And so I'm just going to make a circle, and a circle, and a circle. Voila! Cupcake iced, and it's got a cute little trim around it that you can see. Nothing special, it's just a star circle. I didn't use liners for these cupcakes, so they're just pick up and ready to eat whenever you are. Another thing that you can do with the tip, like this star tip, if you wanted to, instead of doing the circle like I did, you can actually do little stars. And you want to make sure you have your icing to a good consistency so that it's not runny, but you don't want it so thick that you have to put a lot of pressure on it either. So I'm just doing this one with little stars on it, and then I'll show you how we change the tip so that if you wanted to do something different. I didn't make different icing for this situation, but if say I wanted to do flowers and then green for leaves, it'd be super easy. So I just unscrewed that, and my tip comes right off. So I have that used tip right there. It's going to be super easy to clean that up. Meanwhile, let's pick something different. I'm going to pick the basket weaver, if I can get it out of here, and just put it on in the same place that the other one just was. Super easy. And then you just lock that down just like you did the other one. You just screw that coupling right on there and then push it down again, so you make sure that you have your icing in your tip. And can you see the icing's coming out right there? So that's pretty good. And then For this particular one, I'm going to just do some runs across the top. I'm doing one way that makes it smooth, and I'm doing the other one another way that makes it with a little line on it, and then I'm going to show you the differences in it. I don't know if you can see this, but every other one has ridges in it, whereas every other one is nice and smooth. So it's just to show you that it's super easy to change these tips out for the Granny Bakes Cake Decorating Tool Professional Piping Tip Set. It does come with bunches of different ones to choose from, so it's really easy to do that. You can change a tip as often as you need to. It has a writing tip here for anyone that is looking to say, maybe put happy birthday on something. I'm just going to put this little writing tip on here. It's got a couple of different ones on there. This is the smaller of them, but there's also a larger one too. You can see again, I've cleaned out I've changed the tip, and then I've made sure I don't have any air in it. But say for this one, I wanted to put a G for Granny. Here's my G. And you can see how thin that is, how easy it was to write with. Super, super easy to use these cake decorating piping tips. If you are interested in something for a beginner, this is definitely something that you would try out. It's got so many different ways that you can do things. It's got the roses, it's got the rose nail, it's got all of these different tips for you to try your different designs out so that you can see what you want to do with yourself, and maybe how you want to change some things out. So this is my review of Granny Bakes, and my dogs are barking in the background. If you've liked my review, then by all means subscribe. Guys, sorry about that. If you have comments, by all means, feel free to leave a comment. I'm always up to reading what other people have to say. And I hope that you've enjoyed this. This was given to me to do a review. I'm not required to give a good review of it. However, I did think that it's a really nice little set for a beginner. Just don't forget, it doesn't come with bags. So if you've never used a decorating tool set before, you may not realize that you have to purchase the bags separately. I hope you've enjoyed it, and thank Granny Bakes Cake Decorating Tools Professional Piping Tip Set. And now I'm going to eat a cupcake. Y'all have a great day.